if your PlayStation 5 is crashing mid-game, if it freezes during cutscenes, if it's cutting off exactly when things get intense, or you get those random error screams that make you want to scream. I'm gonna show you every safe fix that you can try right now. And if you're new to this channel, I'm gonna tell you what steps you should feel completely safe doing, and which steps will actually void your warranty. We don't play nonsense here. This series is geared to help PlayStation 5 owners who are having issues and have nothing left to lose. And from what I see, that's an absolute lot of you guys out there. Here's the hard truth. Crashes don't come from software bugs. They come from heat, airflow, or power instability. And the PlayStation 5 is sensitive to heat spikes under load. And when your APU overheats even just for a second, boom, crash, freeze, shut down. And before you blame your game, 80% of these crashes come from inside of the console. Your console is literally screaming, hey, it's too hot in here, help me. So listen, we're gonna start with the zero risk things you can try right now, and let's see if it helps you out. Step number 1, move it away from the wall. A lot of times your PlayStation 5 just doesn't have the breathing room it needs. Step number 2, test it vertically or horizontally. Whichever way it was, test it the other way. Step number 3, make sure you've got at least 4 to 6 inches of breathing room on all sides of the PlayStation 5. It only takes 6 inches. Step number 4, unplug from the surge protector and plug it directly into the wall. Do this at least for this test. Of course, we don't want to keep it this way because you want to keep clean power to your PlayStation 5. But many times, surge protectors brown out under certain loads, and it causes big issues for your PlayStation 5, which again, is sensitive. Step number 5, open up a simple game, something like Astro's Playroom, and see if it crashes. If it stabilizes at all, your PlayStation 5 had a heat problem. Alright, this next one is safe and it still won't void anything. Pop the side plates of your PlayStation 5 off. You do this by pulling up on the PlayStation 5 logo and sliding over. It's harmless, it's made to do this. Look at the dust chambers and how much dust is caked around your fan. But these 2 pockets right here choke your PlayStation out under a load. When you see dust here, your PlayStation 5 will crash during big textures, or during giant explosions, or anything open world loading, or that boss fight that you keep crashing at. Here's the quick fix. Brush the area gently with an ESD safe brush. Always make sure you have the right tools. Wipe the area down with the microfiber cleaning cloth, and use an electric duster or air bulb on low to just blow away some of the loose debris. Do not blow canned air inward. It will only push debris further in along with moisture. Alright, if that worked for you, or if you saw a lot of dust, comment down below. Or message me the photos. I always love seeing what kind of dust you guys got going on. Next step, here's some often overlooked goodies. Pull your console off of the floor, especially if it's carpet. Make sure it's not covered in squishmallows or a blanket. We don't want anything trapping the heat. 20% of PlayStation 5 crashes come from the suffocation of the bottom vents. When the bottom intake gets blocked, heat skyrockets, the game dies. It's stupid, but it works. And if you're still here, give it a shot. Alright, here's where we start getting a little bit more advanced. We're still in completely safe territory. There's nothing crazy like soldering here. But I know some of you were going to lose at this point, and that's okay. We'll catch you on the next one. With your PlayStation 5 side plates off, we're going to clean the fan blades gently. Again, make sure you're using the proper tools, ESD safe detailing brushes. Wipe the inner ring. Lightly dust the fan housing. Clean the intake channels. Remove the grid of dust behind the main fan. By this point, if you've done these steps, 60 to 70% of all the consoles should be fixed by this point. But if it didn't work for you, now is where we get to the tricky part with your warranty. Only continue here if you know what you're doing, if you don't worry about voiding your warranty, if it's already out of warranty, or if you've got nothing left to lose. I know a lot of you guys are there. If your PlayStation 5 has been overheating for months, the thermal paste on your APU might be cooked. When the paste dries out, the heat spikes. And when the heat spikes that fast, it kills your system. And big games are gonna push it over the edge. Thermal pads, same deal. They compress over time. When the pads fail, the VRM runs hot. The memory runs hot. The APU gets unstable. And then your system crashes during that heavy load. Here's the thing, I always get hate for this part because people say not possible on the PlayStation 5. But listen, I've been doing repairs for a long time. Everything breaks down given enough time and wear and tear. You're still here for a reason, right? Now again, only do this if you're out of warranty. If all the other steps didn't work, you've got it really relatively clean. This is going to be a Hail Mary pass for a lot of you guys. But when your PlayStation 5 is unplayable, I think it's absolutely worth it, especially if you don't want to drop $500-600 on a repair or a new system. This is optional, not required. It's safe if you move slowly and carefully, and everything's mostly reversible. But this fix right here, it's the real fix for the remaining 20 to 30% of the chronic crashers out there that are fixable. Only after everything else has been tried. Replacing your SSD, faulty PSU, deep radiator clog, internal short, board fault. These are unicorn cases, and you shouldn't jump to these unless all else fails. And here at Techiamo Labs, we're just here to give you guys the free information. And one day, I'm sure we'll cover in depth a lot more tricky repairs than that, but you guys are gonna have to give me time. This YouTube stuff is a hard thing. If you need the full PlayStation 5 Emergency Crash Kit, the brushes, the microfiber cleaning cloths, the thermal pads or thermal paste, the air duster or pry tools, the gear and the upgrades and replacements that I myself trust, I put everything in the description of this video and in the bio. It's the full safe kit. And listen, only use what you're comfortable with. Start with the free fixes, they help most people. Then move on to cleaning and more advanced stuff. If your PlayStation 5 stops crashing from one of these steps, let me know. If it was something else you did, also let me know. Our goal is to save 1 million PlayStation 5s. To be honest, I think it's pretty easy, but I want the data. I'm David G with Techiamo Labs. It's always been a pleasure, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.